in the room. Greetings.
Yes, I've not moved since last week.
No, there we go. Just it's cold outside, so we're staying put. Conserving body heat because me and Jim aren't allowed to get naked and press up against each other anymore.
That's it. We've got to find a way, mate. Got to find a way. Definitely.
Let's get back on topic. We'll continue that conversation after this.
Afterward, yeah.
So welcome to Mad Science Films. I'm Jimmy P, filmmaker, sexual astronaut, and as ever, I'm joined by my wondrous co-host.
You're going to run out one day of these nice adjective words for me.
James
Morrissey. What's that?
I am starting to run out. I'm going to have to get a dictionary or something.
Yeah, James Morrissey, another filmmaker from South Wales, aka Angry Jim. I know, you wouldn't believe it, but yeah, that was once my nickname on a film set. I'm sticking with it.
Once, just the
maybe
once.
Twice. Oh, maybe 3 times. Maybe every fucking time we do a film. I don't know.
To be fair, when we directed Tears, I don't think anybody said Angry Jim. You were very level-headed when you were directing.
Someone did scratch my fucking car during shooting that, mind, and I did have to kick off on the phone. Remember, I had to leave. Yeah, I had a phone call from my brother mid-shoot that somebody went past my car, scratched the top of it. And I did.
That's understandable, though. That's understandable. Yeah. I think it's just me. I bring out the worst in you, maybe.
Yeah, it could be. I'll just bring me for now, isn't it? That's fine. That's probably.
Anyway.
All right, then.
So, I was going to say first up, but this is probably about 7th or 8th up. If you're in the UK and a Prime Video member, please check out our 4th feature film, Little Monster. Search for Little Monster or click on the links in the show notes below. It's our 4th feature film. A zombie movie, but it is, what if your little girl was bitten by a zombie? What would you do? Would you feed her or would you double tap her in the head? Jim, what would you do?
Adoption, maybe. I don't know. For adoption, yeah.
Sequel.
Get rid of the problem and you have to kill anyone. So, you know.
Good call. Sequel. There we go. Little Monster 2.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, this show, we're campaigning for a forgotten masterpiece of genre cinema to be given the beautiful Blu Ray treatment. This week is Jimmy M's choice. So, Jim, what are you giving us?
Do you know what? This one, I would really love to see a restoration of this because it's a beautifully shot film, I think, and it's just Italian goodness. So we're going to look at Spectres, starring Donald Pleasance.
Yeah.
And the plot is during excavations for the Rome Metro, the collapse of a wall brings to light an underground necropolis. 4 archaeologists, Lasky, Barbara, Marcus, and Andrea, in search of the unidentified tomb of Domitian, become victims of evil forces in the tomb. Now, this is a proper Italian 80s film, one which I can barely remember watching many, many, many moons ago.
First time watch for me, mate. So
yeah,
thank you very much.
It's not like balls to the wall horror and gore. There's a nice pacing to it, and very well done. I just love, and I think this script is so Donald Pleasance. Like it's made for Donald Pleasance just to be a man. He's either a man of God or a man of science, and he's fighting an evil. And I think this is just perfect Donald Pleasance goodness. But yeah, Jim, what do you reckon, mate? Because it's your first time watching this.
Yeah, first time. I mean, you were like, yeah. You don't remember this from the video shop days? So I tried to dig out, some old video covers, and I was like, nope, my video shop didn't have this. So put it on, and straight away digging it, and then digged it more, and then I was like, oh god, this is gonna get bad. And then like the last 20 minutes, amazing, amazing effects at the last 20 minutes really kicked off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if the copy that we saw was slightly cut or whether that is the film cutting away at certain points. But then the last 20 minutes had, some really good gags, some really good effects and all that kind of stuff. So not sure, but well, again, it's been a long time since I watched. I could just barely remember it, and I think it is just like a mix of Donald Pleasance films and other films I watched, but I could definitely remember watching it. And he's done a couple of Italian horrors, hasn't he? Donald Pleasance. It's just I love the music. It's just proper like fucking. It's almost like wanking off. Do you know what I mean? It's like proper like, you know what I mean? Just good Italian horrors, all the elements in it. I love the voice dubbing.
I just love all that kind of voice dubbing stuff and the cheesy kind of electric music coming in.
I quite like the late 80s Italian stuff as well. You know,
yeah,
like Alberto Bava also did stuff.
Yes.
That period, it was like they were building on some of the stuff in the 70s where they kind of perfected it. But obviously by the late 80s, they were just trying to push it into, you know, like overdrive and stuff like this. What I loved about it just was, like the cinematography, the score, all of that was so well done, and, you know, kind of attention and stuff. So yeah, excellent picture.
Yeah, but this is only one, because the director Marcello Avallone, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. He's only done 2 horror films. This one, another one called Maya. So he's not really known for a horror, I don't think. So perhaps that could maybe answer some of the questions of why there wasn't like balls to the wall horror. Like if you got like an Argento, he just every minute there's something horrific. But I kind of like the pace of it. I didn't think it was. It was almost like there was like a mystery, wasn't it? Like I felt like it was. I like that kind of mystery, like finding, digging, excavation, clues. What is this? What is that? I kind of enjoyed that
as well. Like the bits you see them going down the tunnel to start with and everything like that. I was completely on board. It was just well shot, well lit. And great pacing, great mood, great atmosphere, which you tend to get from those Italian films. You know, like they are great at, and like the American counterpart really is only going to be Carpenter in terms of just building amazing and then letting you play with the characters. And of course, Carpenter used Donald Pleasance a lot as well. So I'm guessing the two kind of informed each other over the years. I'm surprised it's not better known. I'm surprised.
Well, this is it. This is it, because I can remember watching it, but I think I've not seen this, and I'm sure this would have popped up somewhere. You know what I mean? Like going on some of these DVD, Blu Ray sites buying DVDs, and often they have like big collections of Italian horror.
I would say there's been poorer Italian horror films released and given
definitely
than this film has. Absolutely, this is one that needs a really good release. Definitely.
I think this was done the same year as Prince of Darkness as well. So busy boy that year, Donald Pleasance. Did you notice one of the scenes in this was a bit of a rip off of Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Did you notice that? Is this? I don't know, it's 87. What was that? Was that 85? Was it?
84, 85. Yeah.
85. So
definitely inspired.
Definitely inspired by that as well. But I kind of like that kind of big demonic hand just coming in. Do you know what I mean? Just random, just coming in. So
I'm fine with it. I mean, again, the Italians are kind of notorious for doing rip-offs of popular American movies. This wasn't that, but this had like vibes from other well-known American films, and I'm okay.
No, I definitely forgive it for doing that, because why not? Why not? You got a big hand like that, you got to make use of it. But like you said, some really good special effects, some gore in there. So really good special effects, some good gore, which was actually quite well. I didn't look up the special effects guy, mine, but I don't know if it's got any other work worth noticing or mentioning, I should say. But I just enjoyed it. Just nice and slick, wasn't it? Just really nice and slick. Good pacing. Not much else to say other than I think I'd love to see some extra kind of behind the scenes stuff with this, or any kind of
I mean, I'd love to know why the guy didn't make more horror, because I mean, this is a gem. I haven't seen Maya. Do you know whether Maya was before or after this? Or
Maya was after 89, I think.
Oh, okay. So within a couple of years, he put out a couple of horror films. So I'd love to know more about this director. Obviously, unfortunately, Donald Pleasance has passed away, but perhaps like a retrospective on his horror career, and especially when he worked overseas, and what was the appeal of that and everything? Probably a paycheck, but still, it'd be good.
Really enjoyed it. So
good stuff. So who do you reckon, which Blu-ray label is best placed to put out this bad boy onto these deserving horror fans?
Oh, there's a really obvious one. I got the Synapse Films. They have a nice selection. I think it's slightly well with Synapse Films. I got from Arrow again. They just have Arrow. I was looking. They have loads. They have loads of really good titles, and I think that belongs up there with some of the great titles. To be honest,
I think you'd need the guys who put together the special features who work for Arrow. They would do a great job.
Definitely
really need them to kind of do the digging to
and definitely to restore this really well shot film as well. They do a good job.
I'd be intrigued to see whether the cut that we've seen was cut.
Yeah.
It was just a director's choice, because as you're saying, if he hasn't done a lot of horror, he may have chosen to cut away at certain points because it worked.
Yeah.
But having watched as much Italian horror as I was like, oh, is that a cut or is that intentional? So.
Also, production design was fantastic in this one. All the catacombs and all this big kind of sets and all. I'd be interested to see the behind the scenes on that. I've also gone for 88 Films because they have a really good horror. Italian horror film collection as well, so they got loads slot right in there, definitely. So
cool. I'm pretty much just going to copy you, man. I'm going to go Arrow for exactly the same reasons, and 88 Films because of the Italian horror collection. Either of those guys definitely should put out Spectres. And I'd be intrigued to know whether people out there have seen it and whether I'm just in the dark about it. But not only have I not seen it, but I hadn't even heard of it until now. So, that's why I'm so excited about checking this one out. So absolutely overdue a Blu-ray release. Did it even have a DVD release, mate? Do you know?
I think US DVD, if I'm rightly remembering. I think so.
Yeah. But
this, not much. It's just damn shame. Such a good film. So I think this goes down as one of the little gems. I think definitely. Awesome. It's not just some shitty film, but it deserves a lot of attention and credit.
So if this is somebody's first movie in a double bill, what would you recommend they followed this up with?
Oh, I got a mix here. I got some more Italian kind of pleasant connections, like with Our Gentleman Phenomena with Jennifer Connelly.
Nice.
It's a good one. If you like that kind of satanic, demonic, there's loads of Italian horrors. Argento does it best with like The Church. Go check out The Church.
Produced that, didn't direct it though, dude. That was it Michele Bravi, which is The Church. One of my recommendations as well.
Also kind of reminded me of a later film, The Exorcist, the beginning. So kind of that excavation, kind of similar kind of setting and all that kind of stuff. And that was a pretty good film. So that's pretty much it. I did put Demons 1 and 2 down because why the fuck not? Because they're just classic Italian.
You've got my notes, mate. This is mate, bad. Yeah. Demons 1, Demons 2, and The Church, which some people said was kind of Demons 3. So, absolutely. Definitely that vibe. I mean, it's that late 80s, early 90s kind of Italian horror vibe. Perfect. I mean, I'd always recommend Demons 1 or Demons 2. And as you said, I think because of the location and the nature of the storyline and all of that kind of stuff, The Church is another perfect one as well, mate. So,
definitely.
I mean, damn. I'm going to try harder next time to go through some real deep dives. And
there's some obvious ones, isn't it? If you kind of think of demonic possession of demons in Italian, I mean, come on, they just spring to mind, don't they? But,
I mean, to be honest, mate, that's a good night in,
I need,
and demons.
I really want to bolster up my Italian horror collection. I really want to start getting some really good Italian horrors. I just fucking love them. They're just so good. So good. And
I want to kind of delve more into like the late 80s, early 90s stuff. Like, I feel like, the late 70s, all of the 70s and the early 80s has been well represented by Blu-ray labels already. It's the late stuff that, really is worth kind of digging into.
Or maybe if anybody can recommend any good 80s Italian horror, definitely let us know. I'd love to watch some more of that stuff.
So if you guys, as Jim said, if you guys know of any late 80s, early 90s Italian horror that we should be checking out, would love to. Cheers. Anything that you think that if we dug Spectres, what we'd also dig watching as well, let us know. Or if there's any just random films out there that you think, hey, that's my sounds, guys, they should check that out. Please let us know down in the comments. And Jim, what else can they do, mate?
So if you like this video, then smash that like button. I picked that up from YouTube as smash. I should say press, but anyway. Any comments, you leave those in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this content, then consider subscribing to our Mad Science YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. To avoid missing out on future content from us, you may want to hit that notification bell. And until next time, goodbye.